What up, what up? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, A Gemini Gem. Today is January 29th, 2026, and I'll be doing a reading for Leo. Message for Leo is mind over matter. And I know that sounds easier than said, right? But some things you can conquer, well, a lot of things you can conquer if you put your mind to it. Whether that be fear, whether that be some sort of goal you have, like a marathon. Taking a leap of faith and like starting a new life in another state or another city. Applying for that dream job. Maybe you have like a fear of like, I don't know, birds or something like that, animals. Now, how long does it take to conquer those fears or a fear? It could take a long time. But again, whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. You got to be mentally strong. Like running a marathon, yes, you have to be physically strong, but you also have to be very mentally strong, focused, dedicated. You have to have that stamina to keep going, to keep pushing yourself. So mind over matter, okay? All right. Angels, ancestors, guides, God, the Most High, show me clearly messages for Leo, January 29th, 2025. All right, so you have the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Rods, and the Nine of Rods or Wands. Okay, so you have earth, earth, and fire, and fire. So Leo, you are, it's like a war going on, a battle, okay? The Seven of Rods and then the Nine of Rods. The Nine of Rods talks about what I mentioned earlier is being resilient, getting knocked down and getting back up to fight. Going through some sort of battle and being tested physically and mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But you're not giving up. No matter how many times the enemy has tricked you, has injured you, has defeated you, you got back up. You know the saying, like, you may have won the battle, but I won the war, right? So sometimes there's all these little battles that you may lose, but the war is sometimes thought of like being greater, like a greater achievement than those little battles. So you definitely have been tested, okay? Seven of Rods. You are prepared to fight. This is somebody standing up for their beliefs, for their actions, and people are coming at you from different angles, right? And you're prepared to stand up and not back down and like defensive of what you believe in and what you will fight for. There is something going on, like as far as finances, okay? You have the Five of Pentacles and then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles, fives are about conflict. So it's like feeling left out in the cold, like poverty, a feeling of loss, or that you've lost everything. Like homelessness, literally being homeless. Needing shelter, needing refuge. And then the Knight of Pentacles talks about money coming in very slowly. Okay. So there may be some sort of situation where you feel as though you're left out in the cold because the finances, the paychecks are kind of trickling in. Okay. And maybe that has to do with why you're standing up and fighting for what you feel is right. Maybe there's some sort of issue at work, or or if you do like freelance work on the side, it seems like there's some sort of issue going on with things kind of trickling in, whether that be the work or the paychecks. But you're being very resilient. You're not letting this deter you. You still have fight in you. You still have a fight in you. All right, so you have the Hangman, the Four of Rods, the Eight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. This is Pisces, fire, air. This is Jupiter, so Sagittarius energy, okay? All right, so let me just say this, okay? It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing that you're not backing down, that you're standing up, that you're fighting, okay? Because the Wheel of Fortune talks about the wheel like turning in your favor, okay? Wheel of Fortune is about luck, karma, like riding the high, riding a wave that is in your favor. Sometimes it's not in your favor, but with this spread, I feel as though you've been through the different battles and now you're going to win the war because the luck is changing. Like you'll be able to ride that wave and things will be in your favor. I see jail time for whoever is putting you through all of this with the Eight of Swords and the Hangman. Hangman is you're stuck, hanging out to dry, nowhere to go, nowhere to move. Eight of Swords could be prison, could be jail. This person is literally surrounded by swords, okay? This person may not see this coming because they're blindfolded, but this is feeling physically stuck, okay? The Hangman is being physically stuck. Okay, you have the Four of Rods, which talks about foundation. Your foundation will be restored. Here, you feel like you had no foundation, you had no home. Here is stability. Here is victory. Here is celebration. Okay, a home, some sort of union or a marriage, but this is stability. Okay, keep fighting, Leo. Let's get just a few more cards and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see, what's at the bottom of the deck? The Magician, okay? Somebody who's very, very powerful, okay? In charge, like someone who manifests whatever they put their mind to, they'll be able to create it, okay? So somebody who's very, very powerful, and again, mind over matter, okay? That is definitely the Magician. Whatever the Magician thinks of, wants to create, wants to explore, he makes it happen. All right, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Rods, and the Two of Swords, okay? So this is, you know, the Ten of Rods sticks out to me first because you have the 9. Now you have the 10. The 10 of Rods is somebody carrying heavy burdens. But the, you know, 10s are a completion of a cycle. So you are at your destination where you'll finally be able to put these heavy swords down. Or, I'm sorry, heavy rods. Not swords, rods. You'll be able to put you've been carrying this burden for a long time by yourself. Now this is over, okay? And again, somebody doesn't see this coming. Another blindfold here. Whoever's been doing this mistreatment towards you, they don't see this coming. Here's the moon, talks about secrets coming, you know, something being done in the dark and those secrets coming out to the light, okay? Somebody's stuck. They're indecisive. They don't know which way to go, okay? And they don't see what's coming. This is Page of Pentacles, some sort of contract, okay? Learning about finances, that sort of thing. So I feel as though, you know, maybe your contract and, you know, the finances are being looked into a bit more, but these heavy burdens are being put down. Leo, drop a comment if this resonates. Until the next time, continue to fight. Peace.